welcome back to another video on my channel. It's been a while since I've been out and about, but today we're in North Carolina. Beautiful state. Here with my parents for a couple of weeks at least. So might as well take a look-see around to see what ants we can find, and also snakes. As you can see, I have a snake hook as a just in case if I run into anything that is less than friendly. But yeah, first time being out since, what, September? So, or October, something like that. Let's see what we can find. Got some Fidolia here. First ants of the entire trip. Cool. Rare for me to actually see them. It's the first time actually going out anting too. And it's the first thing I find. Cool. Second nest of the day looks to be Tapanoa sessile. Because of course, they already have what looks to be a late pupae. Which is pretty interesting to say the least. Yeah, so this is the... Every year, they're almost always the first ants that I find at home. Wasn't expecting them to be some of the first that I find here in North Carolina. Let's see how big their nest is. Not that big. Looks like it's probably a monogenous colony. Yeah, neat. Crawling all over me. Got ourselves some termites. They're under this log, who could have guessed. Eating some wood. Yeah, there's also what looks like a grub. Beetle grub as well. Not many ants. Not yet, anyways. But at least we have their funny relative, not even relatives. These are like more closely related to cockroaches. Something colonial. So I was an idiot and accidentally recorded this as a panorama view, so I didn't get any audio. So these here are Fidolia bicarinata. They were living in a log, which I was really confused by. Sadly, you weren't able to actually, hear my confusion. But yeah, these guys are living in a monstrously sized log. The same log that those termites were actually inhabiting. And they seem to be doing incredibly well inside a said log. And yeah, that's pretty interesting. Chromatogaster! I love them. I think that's Sarasi more than likely. It's been so long since I've been out hunting. I don't even remember. But yeah, Chromatogaster. Under this log. Look at her go. She's the only worker. But I will find a colony. I promise it. I probably won't. So there's a few different ants here. Here we have ourselves some Chromatogaster. Very blurry footage of it, I know. Some normal Chromatogaster. And then we have some Lasius. Look to be some Lasius parasites. Not exactly sure on which, because I kind of suck at IDing them. And then on top of that, somewhere around here, I saw actual Brachyponera. There they are. That there is Brachyponera. Here we have Solenopsis richteri / invicta hybrid, I believe. These guys look to be more on the Solenopsis richteri side, so I think I'll mark them down as just being richteri. Yeah, the hybrid imported fire ant / the black imported fire ant. I do believe these guys are indeed more pure to richteri though, so yeah. The black imported fire ant. Here we have some Lasius americanus, commonly found ants in the north, but found down here. These guys actually range all the way down into Florida, but they're not very common down there. Still decently within their normal native range, so not too weird to find them here, but it's nice to see a little reminder of home while being this far down south. Sweet. Here we have ourselves some Nylandaria. Little guys here. Another possibly invasive species, so I'll have to ID which one they are. But, I mean, hey. Haven't seen this species before either. So it's still pretty dang interesting to me, even though most of the time people see these and think they're quite boring. I personally find them interesting. So yeah, pretty cool find. Here's a species I've struggled to find for so long in Wisconsin, and just honestly in general. These here are Solenopsis molesta. Teeny tiny little guys, related to fire ants, but not really. These are the part of the thief ant Solenopsis type instead of the, well, fire ant ones. Very pretty ants, despite being so small. This is the first time I've really laid eyes on them. I think I've seen them like one other time besides for this. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous little guys. Love them. Now, I do not know what species of fiddle this is. Definitely have to get an ID on that. But look at them. There's so many of them. More than likely, this is just bicarinata or something related to it. So yeah, they have their little tunnel network going on through here. They're all sitting here trying to get all that beautiful, beautiful warmth from the sun being under this rock. Yeah, pretty awesome, I'd say. Don't see a queen anywhere, but not like I'd really take them anyways. Yeah, look at that. Awesome. Like we have here a Formica substracea or Fusca group mound of some sort. No queens anywhere or anything. However, that guy's running up my arm. Yeah. Decent sized colony too from the looks of it. Kind of goes from there all the way to right about there. Decent sized mound. Not the biggest I've seen, but also not the smallest. Here we have ourselves some Camponotus chromides. They're living inside of this log. Same log that I found the Brachyponera in. So I'm guessing they don't inhabit this log. A few workers inside of here somewhere. Most of them scattered, but yeah. These guys are pretty common east, but they're not that common in Wisconsin. I only know of one spot that I can actually find them, and that's somewhere down south. So it's a nice sight to see Camponotus chromides. They're so pretty. They're golden butts and such. Yeah, pretty awesome find. So here we have ourselves a Camponotus chromides queen. She is freaking out really heavily. Found her inside of a piece of wood. Looks absolutely beautiful. And just look at that gold on her. And yeah. So this is the queen of the species that I found literally the clip earlier. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Can't wait to see her grow. Love them. This is what looks to be a hammerhead worm. I've never seen one of these in real life because they aren't really up in Wisconsin, really. There are some reports of them in the state. Up by me, I think there's one report, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I've never seen these guys before. These guys, I believe, are an invasive species. And honestly, they look really cool. I think they're really neat looking. But yeah, definitely wasn't expecting to see one of these while I'm out here looking for ants. But yeah, I ain't complaining. It's pretty cool. On top of that, in this area here, oh, there goes one, we have ourselves Camponotus castaneus, it looks like. It's their little nest right there. Just saw a few workers going in and out of it. Cool. Wasn't expecting to see them. But yeah, these are the other species that I don't really see very often because they aren't really in my state. There's only really one record, I think, of them. Oh, here it goes. And yeah, I love them. Looks like we have a termite flight ongoing here. These are a bunch of termite alates that are getting ready to take off to go find their mate. Got ourselves some kings here. I don't see any queens. But yeah, we have one that's already dilated. That is interesting. It is very windy. I don't know why they're taking off, to be honest. Because it really is not fit weather for there to be a flight right now. I think the wind is around about 10 to 15 miles per hour, but clearly some of them have no issue with that. Look at this fuzzy guy. Say fuzzy, but it's armored technically. This is a little millipede. Forget what group these guys are a part of, but they are absolutely awesome. I love these guys. Oh, he's gonna fall. Oh, he didn't. Whoa. Yeah, little millipede guy. Oh, he fell officially. Well, that was short-lived, but cool. Right, so I just flipped that one. There is stuff under here, so might as well record the next flip. This entire thing, I believe, is a mound. Yep. Formica subspecie, or Fusca group rather. I do believe this is more than likely subspecie because this is seemingly a larger colony. Really like 20,000 maybe, just judging by how big this hill is. Like, yeah, they definitely made this entire area from there pretty much circumference wise. Nice. I was wondering where the workers were coming from. Guess I found out where. Alright, we're on day 2 of the trip. We're out here. We're actually near a waterfall of sorts. This is not, of course, going to be the rest of the video, but might as well show it off, as this is the first thing that we're doing today. From the photos, it looks pretty neat. Maybe we might find some ants on the way there, as per usual. But, yeah, we'll see what we end up finding. Wow, that is an impressive waterfall. Beautiful. We have ourselves some Finnegaster fulva. Look at these guys. They're pretty cool ants. They're not the parasitic guys, although I really wish they were. Still an interesting ant species. The log that they were in rolled down, so I don't think I'll be getting a queen of them. However, oh well. Kind of sucks, but still an interesting find. Well, found myself a colony of Solenopsis, to say the least. Wonder what would happen if I look at all those workers. Insane. Definitely looks like quite a few Richteri. They're very pretty. I just wish they weren't here. Just like look at them. They're gorgeous. Doesn't show up well on video, but they are beautiful. Probably the most good-looking fire ants out there, besides for maybe Solenopsis aurea. I don't know. I think they look pretty. Yeah. Look, there's another mound over there. Let's go check that one. This isn't a mound of fire ants, but instead of Formica. So, you have Formica here, Solenopsis over there. Weird. I mean, they aren't very present. It's expected. I mean, they're present, but they aren't, like, heavily invasive in this part. So, yeah. Hate you. Ignore the loud truck. Where are they? There they are. Look at that. There is a Formica pallidifulva group. Living in this little mound there. Very teeny tiny mound. Few workers every once in a while. These guys are real. Honestly, they just kind of run away. They're not like most Formica where they'll actually try and attack you when you mess with their mound. They're scared. Yeah, really pretty ants. I really like them. I haven't seen them in a while. So yeah, awesome. Ourselves a black racer. Look at them. You guys are little aquatic guys. I tried to get down to them, but there's all this like thistle stabbing me the entire time I tried to get down here. I could try and make a grab for him, but it's going to be a little hard. I'm in a public park as I'm doing this, so it's pretty funny.
Are you alright? Getting stabbed down there?
This is a black racer for sure.
Oh, he's on the move now.
Hi, dude.
You got them? No freaking way.
Do that too. I haven't caught one of those yet.
Yeah?
That's why when you say black racer,
Here we have an amazing, gorgeous queen of Camponotus castaneus. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful queen. These are some of my favorite carpenter ants. I had a colony of them for a bit, but they ended up fizzling out. Like oftentimes that happens with the species. Not too uncommon for that to happen. However, come on, get down. Fine, don't go down. Amazing find. Beautiful. Here we have Forelius. These guys, little teeny tiny guys, little Dolichotinae. Also kind of stinky if you ever end up accidentally squishing one. Their nest is probably somewhere nearby, seeing as in we've encountered a trail of them. These guys aren't as impressive trailing as the Forelius that we found in Arizona, but still a different ant species. A species that I don't see very often. And I like that. So, as I was digging around, I didn't record it because it was honestly not that interesting. We've already seen them enough. I found myself a colony of Brachyponera, and I got stung by them. Now, generally, whenever I get stung by something, at least now, I will generally do a pain report. I'll say this much. They get called the needle ant for a reason. Their incredibly strong venom it's very potent. I understand why some people can go into anaphylactic shock possibly due to being stung by them. The pain is very consistent, is what I would say. It feels like a needle going in, for sure, and then it has like a slight burning sensation. Now, once the burning sensation goes away, that is when you start feeling like the sting happened again. Like a ghost pain, I guess. Like a pulsating pain. And then like the heat again, and then it starts like, slowly going away. Currently, it just feels a little tingly, a little painful. It's a little painful to the touch as well, like hot to the touch. So that's for that. Honestly, not too bad. Definitely won't want to get stung by this again, though. Because I failed to make it an outro for the anting video, here I am making one in Arkansas. We're going storm chasing. Not many ants. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like if you like it, dislike it. So yeah, if you're new, check out all the links in the description and all that. Join the Discord server. And yeah. Dees oil. Dees oil.